Hi guys, today is March 11th. It hasn't been such a good day today. I've been very tired. I'm not feeling too well. Hurting. Yesterday I was involved in a major 3-vehicle crash on Interstate 85 near Charlotte, or just on the other side of Charlotte, in a little place called Concord. It was a very stressful day. A man basically stopped in the middle of the road on the interstate, and I did manage to get my little car stopped, barely, but I did get it stopped. But the tractor trailer behind me was not able to stop, and he hit me and pushed my vehicle into the Cadillac. It was a Cadillac SUV in front of me. Needless to say, yesterday and today has been a very, very, very stressful time. It's been a very emotional time. I had a really hard time getting back. I mean, I'm about 2 hours away now. And I'm, in an area where I do have a little bit of, family, not much, but a little bit of family, my ex-husband, and some friends. Anyways, so anyway, I had a really hard time. I couldn't find anyone really that was able to come and pick me up. I did manage to get an Uber, Lyft rather, Lyft. It cost me, with my tip, it cost over $250 to travel, just to get a ride back to, get to this area, get to the area I needed to be in. And then when I got here, I realized, I don't even have, I didn't have anything. I don't have anything with me hardly. I do have a few clothes in my ex-husband's house, a few things. But as I said, it's been a very emotional time. I mean, because I've had that little car since it was brand new. It's just been a really, just a really, really tough time. I love the little car. It's been on many, many trips with me, and it's taken me many places safely. It's been one of the best cars I've ever owned. Never had any issues, and it's just, it's been very emotional. I've talked in other videos about some of the issues I've had, and how I've been driving that car, and how the other car, I have another one that's just, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's got a dead cylinder, I do know that. My ex-husband's been driving that, and it's just about gone. I believe that it's pretty much on its last leg. The mechanic tried to say it was computer, but I don't believe him. I think that it's the engine, and I think it's probably on its last leg. It's running so poorly. I know it's only running on 5 cylinders, so it's not running good. But so I didn't really have anything else, and the other car, I know I've talked about this in another video. It was another car that's been in the shop for 8 months that they weren't able to fix, and then when I picked the car up, I don't know if I've posted that video yet or not, but anyway, when I went to pick the car up, they tell me, oh, by the way, your bill is $900, but it won't even start, it won't even run, not even a battery jump, nothing, it won't do anything. So right now I'm kind of I'm in a really, not a good place. I'm kind of like, okay, I don't have, I don't have my other car. I mean, I don't have another car. I'm kind of in the process, kind of in a holding pattern now. I've got to, do something, get in another car. So it's kind of tough. Right now I am in, and I've had this truck for a while. I've never driven it. I just don't like it. My ex-husband has driven it, but and he insists it's his truck, whatever. It's really not, it's mine. But I've never really liked it. I've never wanted to drive it. It's just not been something that I've really wanted. As I was saying, I'm in my truck right now. It's not particularly something that I like driving. But unfortunately, I will drive it. Like I was saying, or like I said, I got cut off in the other video. I wasn't really paying attention because the Bloom app kind of only gives me 5 minutes, but I really like this app. So anyway, last year, my truck, my then boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, decided to help me pull the truck out. My ex-husband had the truck parked for roughly 4 years, and it hadn't run, nothing. He hadn't driven it, nothing. And my ex-boyfriend pulled the truck out. We got it cleaned up, put another battery in it. Amazingly, it started right up, run fine. I was actually really surprised. I didn't think that the truck would. I thought after 4 years of sitting, it really wouldn't. It would be just totally, it wouldn't run at all. But amazingly, it did. Actually, another amazement, the tires hadn't even went flat on it. That was another thing that was amazing about it. But anyway, my then boyfriend got the truck out, and he looked over the truck, went over the truck, and checked out the brakes. I know, because the brakes were really, really bad. My ex-husband had said that he had stopped driving the truck because the brakes weren't holding. They would barely hold. So my ex-boyfriend decided to check the brakes out, and turns out all the brakes had to be replaced. The calipers had to be replaced. A lot of brake work had to be done. So he did all of that, and there was some other stuff he did too. Some of the things he did not get to and wasn't able to do. He said the serpentine belt needs to be replaced. The tires need to be replaced. I guess they're getting dry rotted, but they do need, they need to be replaced. It needs some minor body work. There's a mirror, the side view mirror on the passenger side is cracked or broken. I don't know how that happened. The rear view mirror has fallen off. I will show you that in a minute in another video. Or I'll just take a pic, show it to you. But anyways, I'll show you that in a second. But anyway, I'll also show you my car, what my car looks like, because as upset as I am over my car, I know that I do know that I'm lucky to be alive, because it could have been much worse. I know my ex-husband told me, some other people told me same thing. They said, you're very lucky to be alive. You could be in a hospital bed, you could be laying in a coma, and luckily I'm not in a hospital. I am very, very I feel almost physically sick today after being in the accident, but it's bad. And my neck's hurting. It's hurting all the way down. My low back, thank God, it's so bad, but I guess I must have gotten whiplash. That's a whole other story, but anyways, not really another story. It's all part of the same thing. But anyway, so I don't feel great today, and this will be my second 3-car crash that I've had. The first one, I did walk away with some problems. I developed sleep driving. I think I may have talked about that briefly in another video, but I don't remember. Anyway, that's a whole other story. That was a brand new, back in 2007, brand new Ford Taurus I purchased. But anyway, this one, not brand new, little Ford Focus. I had it since it was brand new in 2007, had 163,000 miles, so it had done the distance, but it still, as far as I was concerned, it really was one of the best cars I'd ever owned. I'd never done any repair work, really. I did a little bit of suspension work after my ex-husband got T-boned in it, but other than that, that was it. Like alternator, just one or two little small things. It wasn't, nothing big. Anyway, I'm going to show you the mirror. I'm in my truck now, and I still have to go back up to Charlotte area, the 2 hours, and to get my stuff out of my little car, because I wasn't able to get anything out of it. The guy basically took me to the yard and then said they closed up at 4 o'clock, and he basically took me and dropped me off at a mall to figure out what I was going to do. So anyway, I'll tell you a little bit more about that in an upcoming video, but the next one I'm going to show you the car and the mirror and my truck. Hi, here's the mirror on my truck. I'm not sure what happened to it or why the mirror fell off, but probably heat, heat, age, it'd been sitting for a while. So I could just imagine that's probably, you know, that's probably it. That's probably what caused the mirror to fall off. I don't think you can see the other mirror, but yeah, you probably can. It is all cracked. It's all cracked. Anyways, it's all cracked, and I also need to there's a door lock over here that's broken. Someone tried to break into it and broke the lock, so that's got to be done, as I said in the other video. So it does need some repair, a few things. It's drivable. I'm driving it. I have to. Got to drive something. Anyways, I am also going to get an oil change, get its maintenance, and get some stuff done to it, because I know it needs some work. I know it needs the serpentine belt replaced. I know my ex-boyfriend was telling me about that. My ex-husband says he's gonna fix the mirror. Hopefully when he sobers up a little bit, he has a problem with that. But anyway, he says he's gonna fix that for me. I kind of, have to rely on him, because I don't have a choice. This is the vehicle that I'm having to drive back up to Charlotte to get my stuff out of my Focus. Unfortunately, this truck it's not even registered right now. There's not much I can do about that. Usually anyways, not much I can do. Just stick a temporary tag on it and maybe get that. I can get that at the tag office. And I can add insurance, of course. But anyway, so as you can see, the mirror needs to be fixed. It needs a little bit of body work. And then there's of course scratches and some scrapes and scratches, and there's some paint, some faded paint and paint peeling on the truck. But other than that, it's okay. It runs, so far as I can tell, it runs okay. So I'm gonna have to go with that and hope, anyway, I'll be back in just a bit. Hi, I'm back. As you can see, I just did a slideshow of the pictures I took of my little car. As you can see, it's completely totaled. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky I got out, walked away. I'm not sure what the residual effects will be, but at least for now, I guess I'm okay. I guess. Anyway, from the pictures, you can see the black SUV. It was a Cadillac that was in front of me. The guy stopped in the road for there was some tire tread in the middle of the road, and he stopped. That's why he slammed on his brakes, causing a multiple car collision. I mean, that's just unbelievable. It turns out, I looked at some of the paperwork, turns out he was a young driver, only like 21, so probably, I don't know, didn't know, but still, I mean, I could have been killed. He could have been killed. I mean, it just, anyway, young driver, I guess, really didn't know what he was doing. He stopped, or I don't know why he didn't go around it. I don't know. All I know is that he stopped in the road, just come to a dead stop on the interstate for some tire tread, and caused the tractor trailer to ram my car into his. And as you can see from the pictures, it completely totaled my vehicle. It broke out it broke out the back glass. I had some stuff in the hatch. It went flying out on the interstate. I don't even know if I got everything. I mean, it was just because I had some stuff back there. It just went flying out. It cracked the front. I mean, it was just horrible, and I'm glad to be alive, but I'm also very saddened by the fact that my car is gone. anyway, I've been online today looking at a few places, try to, see what's out there. I know that I did see a 2011 Toyota Camry, and I've actually posted some videos, I think, previous to this, or no, I take that back. I don't think I've gotten around to posting that video yet. I'll try to post that video before I post this one, out showing some of the cars I've already looked at. I've looked at different ones. I've looked at some cars. I looked at a Hyundai Sonata a couple of weeks ago in Charlotte. I looked at a GMC Acadia SUV. I looked at a Pontiac Torrent. Never even heard of it, but it's a pretty cool SUV, but didn't have enough room. Anyway, and I've looked at some other vehicles too. I looked at a Chevy Impala. It's been a while. So I've been looking for a while, and I really want to get the car. I really want to get is a Toyota Camry. That's what I want to get. However, pretty much every time I find a Camry, it slips away. Someone buys it before I can get it, or mileage is too high, that kind of thing. Or, I can't afford it. I know I looked at a 2011 Toyota Camry today. I called about it, but I haven't been out to test drive it yet. I've test driven them before, so I know I like them. But anyway, it was a 2011 Toyota Camry, 33,000 miles. It's a good deal. It's like 12,000. But, that's still a good bit of money, and I'm paying cash for it, due to some other credit issues, which that's another story. But, so anyway, I'm paying cash for it. So 12 is that's a little steep. I'm hoping to find something, halfway decent. And I know this is pushing it, but halfway decent, and maybe I'd like it to be less, but $7,000-8,000 mark. I think that's a fair, a fair range. I know I looked at a couple of Impalas that were both around in the 7,000, 7,500 range, and both cars were under 100,000. So I had to reject one because of the front end. I think I talked about this in another video. There was something wrong with the front end. I don't know if it was wheel bearings or tie rods or what, but it was something wrong, so I didn't buy it. The other car was strictly a northern car, a Michigan car, so I had to reject that one due to that, because they do have massive rust issues, and I don't want to buy a car that's got rust issues. So anyway, so I'm still looking. I looked at a couple other things. Hi guys, this is the next day. All these videos are kind of going to be together. Yesterday I was doing a couple of videos, and I was in my truck, which I explained before. It needs a ton of, not a ton, but it does need a little bit of work. I don't have a registration for it. I don't have a tag for it. I don't have time to get all that. Because it needs a little bit of body, it needs a mirror replaced, it needs some stuff done. Anyway, it runs fine, but it does need like a broken side view mirror replaced, and a couple things. The rear view mirror needs to be fixed because it fell off. I guess it got hot from sitting so long, as I explained in another video, earlier. Anyway, the day is the day after. I'm in a motel. I've been here a couple days since I crashed my car. Or since I was in the crash. I called my insurance company yesterday, but I had opted to, which was kind of maybe foolish on my part, I don't know, but I've been driving the car a long time, and I had a lot of miles on it, so not as excessive as I'd hoped. I had 163,000, which is a lot, or a good bit, but I was hoping to get 200, maybe, a lot, because I drove another Ford, and I drove it to 250,000 before I traded it, and the person that got it drove it another 3 years, so, I was hoping to get a lot more. But anyway, I was only carrying liability because, for whatever reason, my insurance went up when I had changed insurance companies. Anyway, it went up, and I just hadn't, I just didn't have, I only had the, liability. It was just because it was kind of a choice. It was kind of a choice on my part, because I kind of knew, that if anything happened, I would have to, you know, something like this happened, I would have to buy another car. I kind of knew that, and I kind of took that risk on because I knew that, you know, if something happened, I'd have to buy another car. Which, in all essence, I'm going to have to buy another car anyway. And I mean, as you can see from the previous pictures, the car, it had been previously wrecked. My ex-husband had gotten T-boned in it, and I didn't get the whole thing fixed. I think I don't remember, but anyway, I ended up, anyway, eventually my ex-husband scratched it up real bad, put the stickers on because it was scratched up, and, you know, so bad because he would drive through the trees, he didn't cut them, you know, and I've talked about this in another video, which may not even be posted yet, I don't know, but I'm probably going to put this video out next. I'm going to probably put the one video out that where I've shown you where I'm looking at vehicles trying to find something to drive, and I've been doing that for a little bit. I've been doing it for probably a couple months, you know, looking for something else, and the truth is, I knew I was going to have to look for another vehicle, and I've been doing that because after the other car, the Ford Taurus, the dealership or the shops, it's been a couple different shops, and been there for 8 months, and they can't figure it out, and now the car won't start at all. As soon as they told me they couldn't figure it out, I mean, they continue to work on it to try to figure it out, but when they told me that they couldn't, I knew then I was going to have to buy something else. I made that decision. I mean, I already knew I was going to have to. And, you know, so I started looking around. I just really hadn't found what I was looking for. But anyway, I'm in that pattern, I mean, that little place right now where I'm looking around. I'm going to, you know, hopefully I'll find something else. And when I do, you know, I'll unveil that. But right now, I'm just, you know, in my truck, and, you know, it needs work. It's going to be like my backup. It's not a vehicle that I'm going to want to travel in. I already know that. The truck is simply, I'm going to get the truck, do the work I need to do, because I got to get it registered. It needs to be fully registered and fully legal on the road, but right now it's not. I'm thinking about I probably will go to the tag office and get a temporary tag that will allow me to, you know, go get it repaired. That's going to allow me to drive up to Charlotte and get my stuff out of my little car, because my little car is completely, as you can see from the photos, it's completely totaled. There's no way it's salvageable. There's no way they're going to fix it. I mean, I already know that. So I got to get my stuff. The insurance company probably going to, you know, they're going to total it. Anyway, I haven't talked to the insurance agent from the trucker's insurance company, because the truck driver is the one that hit me. Today I'm going to, I got to call the insurance company today. I haven't had a chance. I spoke with my insurance company yesterday just to get the claim started, you know. Like I said before, my car's not going to be covered, but at least not on my insurance policy, but that's, you know, that's okay. But anyways, I got the claim started because I'm going to be held responsible, most likely held responsible for the Cadillac, even the SUV in front of me, even though I did come to a complete stop. I'll probably still be held responsible. But anyways, my insurance company did explain to me that there's a possibility that that both my insurance company and his insurance company and my insurance company are, you know, it may end up falling all on the tractor trailer, because I did come to a complete stop. I know that I honestly, I don't believe, you know, honestly, I don't think it was it was not the tractor trailer's fault that he hit me. It was the man in front of me. He stopped in the road for some tire tread, and in my opinion, that's his fault. He stopped came to a dead stop in the middle of the interstate, and that is his fault. That is not my fault. That is not the tractor trailer driver's fault. The only thing that I can honestly maybe say is maybe the tractor trailers can't stop on a dime, and that's a thing. I mean, if it had been a car behind me, they might have been able to have stopped, you know. But I did manage to come to a complete stop. Like I said earlier, it was close, but I stopped. It was and it was just like a few seconds later, and the tractor trailer, you know, rammed into me. I mean, he couldn't stop on a dime, you know, but I mean, it makes me angry that the SUV You know, I mean, he's not going to be held responsible for his stupidity of stopping in the middle of the interstate. I mean, you know, I know the law, how the laws are. The laws say, oh, well, if you rear end someone, it's your fault. Well, you know what? If you stop in the middle of the interstate, I think you should be held responsible because, you know, that's foolish. I mean, you know, you can cause a collision, you can cause an accident. And just out of sheer luck, I got out and walked away from a Ford Focus after being rear-ended by a tractor trailer. That is, you know, I've just been, like I've said earlier, I've just been so emotional and so upset over my little car because, you know, and nothing's going to change it. I mean, whether I'd had collision, whether I got paid for, you know, none of that's going to change. I mean, I'm still upset over my car. My car's still gone. My car's still totaled. It's still destroyed. I'm still, you know, I'm in a motel now because of all this. I got all this extra stuff now I got to do. I mean, you know, and like I said before, I was looking for another car, and I knew I had to look for another car, and I'm just, honestly, I am grateful, though, that I do have the truck. I mean, the truck needs some work, you know, it needs a little bit of work, but, you know, runs okay, but needs a little bit of work. I noticed the ABS light's on, but that's been a constant problem with that truck for over and over. I've replaced the ABS before. I've been, you know, it's a very expensive part, and I know the Chevy said, you know, dealership said, you really can do without the ABS, just know, you know, drive accordingly. No, it's not, the analog brakes are not there. But anyway, I am glad I had the truck. If I hadn't had the truck, I'd have had no backup. This would have been really, really bad. You know, and then like I explained in another video, I didn't have anything. I don't have my key, you know, my house key. I don't have anything. You know, I didn't have anything. I don't have my masks. I mean, I walked into the mall where the LeBlues, that's the name of the place, LeBlues Towing, that's the place, I guess, that the trooper called LeBlues out of Concord, and they took my car up to the tow yard, or their yard where they put the wrecks, and then he turns around and says, well, we close at 4 o'clock, you know, and you can't really stay here, and you know, while you wait for your ride, I'm going to drop you off at the mall. And he did. He dropped me off at the Carolina Mall, and then for me to figure things out the best I could. So, and then, of course, I proceeded to, you know, try to find someone to come and get me, which, as I explained earlier, didn't happen. No one in my family, you know, I'm not that close to my family, and not really anyone. I'm not close to my family. Anyway, let me pick up where I left off. This is the only thing I don't like about this app, the Bloom app. It doesn't give me the option of recording for more than 5 minutes, which I don't like. I wish it allowed more, but anyway, the lighting in here now, it depends on the lighting. I have that other app, Camera 365, which I use, and it looks pretty good. When I was outside in my car before, you know, a few weeks ago, or whatever, when I'm outside and the lighting is better, it looks pretty good. It's not bad, but of course my camera shows up every blemish, which I don't like. I since deleted most of the other apps like S10, S9, except for S20. Hold on. Okay, small interruption there. Someone's at the door. I'm getting ready to start my day. I just got, I got some donuts. I'm going to probably go downstairs. Well, not downstairs. I'm going to go to the lobby area, get some orange juice. They don't have breakfast here. They said they were going to start that back up in the end of March, I guess because of COVID. So no breakfast anyways. So, but I want to go down there. I don't really drink coffee. I don't like it. But so anyway, I'm gonna start my day and we'll go down there, and get some orange juice and re-up it for a couple more days. I had originally had the motel for to check out to only a couple days, you know, because I came not last night but a couple nights ago when I first got in the accident. So I was scheduled to check out today. So anyway, so I'm gonna, you know, re-up the motel for a couple more days. I know my ex-husband's helping me do a couple things. I know, yeah, I've probably put it. Well, I haven't actually put that video out. You know, he does have a problem with drinking, and I hate that. But I really don't have anyone else. And as I said in just the last little short vid, I really didn't, earlier when I was talking, I didn't have anyone really to come after me when I crashed my car. So I just, like I said, I finally had to get an Uber or a Lyft. Thank God there was an Uber or a Lyft in the area. And like I said before, it cost me with tip, it cost me $250. So that was a major little bit of chunk of change. Anyway, so I've only paid, so far the motel, I haven't paid that much. I've only paid like $100 because I'm out of the area. Again, I'm not in the area I live in. I'm just in this area because this is where I do have a little bit of family. I have some friends live here, and my ex-husband lives here, and he has been really good, except for the alcohol, which he has a problem with. He is really good about helping me out. So that's the only reason I'm here, because I live, I think, which I've said in other videos, I live in the Outer Banks, which is about 6 hours or 7 hours from here. So there's no way that I could have gotten an Uber all the way to my boat. I live in a boat. Anyway, I'm getting ready to start my day. So I'm going to wrap up for now, and I'll be back later. Okay, I'm getting ready to start my day. Got cut off there again. Another knock at the door. Anyways, it's a busy place. Anyways, I've got to go downstairs and at the motel here and re-up it for a couple more days, as I was just explaining. I'll get myself some orange juice, eat my donuts. Probably my back's hurting, so I'm probably gonna take a hot shower, try to get that. Let's see if my back will loosen up. I think it pops a little bit a day, which is probably not a good thing. But anyways, chiropractor, I'll definitely be doing that later. So I got kind of a busy day. I gotta go to the tag office. I gotta go to Advance Auto. I noticed that the truck battery it's kind of running weak. It had died because it had been sitting at my ex-boyfriend's for a while. So it was kind of dead, and he took it out and had it charged. Took it to Advance Auto and let him charge it for 24 hours. But it was hard to start when I went and got it yesterday, and it's still a little weak. Still a little weak. So I'm gonna, after I go to the tag office and I gotta go to Advance Auto, I gotta try to find some, maybe look around and see if there's some kind of glue besides Gorilla Glue to try to glue that rear view mirror up for my ex-husband, for him to, put it up. And I think that's going to be about it. I'm going to, do that. And I think he said, he's going to probably go with me to Charlotte. And all my stuff's going to go in the bed of the truck. So I've got to get like a tarp or a spider or something to go on it to hold all my stuff, keep all my stuff from flying out the bed of the truck while I'm, going down the interstate. So gotta do that. I'm looking for, probably some new seat covers, not for the truck, but when I get a car. I notice a lot of cars I'm looking at have leather, and, a lot of them have leather. So I want to try to get something, maybe find something that will be okay, because I'm going to look at I'll also be going this afternoon to look at something else. Anyway, a couple more cars. Anyways, one of them, I think they both have leather that I'm going to look at. I went back on the website, explained this yesterday. I looked at a 2011 Toyota Camry. I've looked at, there's also there's a Buick, I think on the same lot. It's like an older Buick LeSabre, and I'm not really interested in the Buick, but, and there's one across the street at the other lot. So both Buicks, I think anyways, and I looked at a couple SUV. I could have looked at a couple things. I could have looked at a few things. Anyways, I'm just looking around. Gotta find something else. Gotta purchase something. I'm putting all these videos together, and I'm gonna try to, put them all together and wrap them up, and then probably start anew, because I don't want like excessive videos put together. I'm real iffy about that. I don't want the videos to be that long. So anyway, I'll probably add maybe one more video for today, and then that'll be it. I'll start brand new, because I don't know if I'm going to, anyway, just to wrap up, I don't know if I'm going to have time for an oil change today on the truck, but I definitely need to get the battery tested. I'm going to maybe look for some seat covers on Advance Auto, or AutoZone, and, but definitely get the battery tested, because it seems to be a little weak. I noticed that. It does seem to be kind of weak when it starts,
It's really quiet. I mean, and I'm not used to that with the truck. The truck is usually a little bit louder. Anyway, it seems weak, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm starting to ramble. I apologize, guys. I'm starting to ramble, and it's been a tough, really tough few days. Just very tough. Anyway, so I've got kind of a busy day, and I need to call the insurance company for the tractor trailer, or at least what was listed on the paperwork that the trooper gave me, and touch base with them and find out what they're going to do about my car, because clearly he hit me, and you know what, I don't blame the tractor trailer driver. He, you know, maybe if he had been a few feet back, or you know, maybe a couple, 2 or 3 more car lengths back behind me, then when I had slammed my brakes on, maybe he wouldn't have hit me. I don't know. It's hindsight. Hindsight's always 20/20. So anyway, I got a busy day today. I'm gonna get off here because I got a lot to do. Anyway, and I'll come back probably and touch base a little bit later, and then that'll be that for today.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm outside now. I have put a lot of, you know, this is going to be kind of a long video, or a longer video than I intended it to be, because anyway, just going to be longer than I intended. Probably closer to 40 minutes after I wrap it up. I got a busy day today. I got a lot to do. So, I'm going to wrap up. I'm outside now. It's a little cool, not bad. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video, this whole little vlog thing from when I crashed my car, and then I'll come back new in another video, you know, and maybe update everyone on what's going on, you know, show it, you know, talk about a little bit about what's going on. You know, forgive me if there's a couple of ramble videos in between. You know, it's been a really rough couple days, you know, with losing my car. That has been just a really really bad, just not a good time. Anyway, it's been, like I said before, a very emotional time, losing my car, and it was my main transportation. You know, lost my main transportation in a crash, so that's not easy. That's never easy. And as of right now, I haven't really offered any kind of advice. I haven't been able to offer anything because of my own experience. You know, and with COVID, you know, it's been, everything's different. You know, ride shares are suspended with AAA, which I've talked about. I think a lot of people don't really, you know, it's not that big of a deal to them. Maybe, I don't know, but so I'm hoping maybe to come back later. Maybe tonight I'll come back later, you know, and I'll do a little video, try to, you know, talk about a little bit about what you can or can't do. I don't know, because this is kind of new for me. I mean, I was in a 3-car accident many years ago, and I really didn't have any help there either. I remember I called my uncle. I think I said this maybe earlier. I called my uncle, and he refused to come after me. He wouldn't. And he was only like 40 minutes away. It was, you know, he was very close. So it was, but he wouldn't come, you know. And I was like a little over about an hour away, and I was only about an hour away, and he wouldn't come. So I was kind of stuck. But that particular time, I got lucky. They got me to the Enterprise rental car place. They got me a rental car, and then I went out the very next day and I bought another car. Well, this time, so I had a rental car. It was a little better. It was better. But this time, I called around all the Enterprises in the Concord, Charlotte area, and they had no availability. You know, so there was, first off, no one could come pick me up. And, you know, they couldn't do a pickup from the Enterprise. And number two, you know, they didn't have any availability. I know the first time it happened, all that years ago, back in 2007, there was, you know, I think the Enterprise was right there at the Ford dealer that my car was towed to, so it wasn't too big of a deal. Or maybe they came and got me. I think that was it. I think they did. They came and got me, took me back. I remember I got a 2006 Pontiac Grand Prix. So anyway, for a rental car, went up the next day to another Ford dealer in Charlotte, found a car that I liked, you know, and came back like a couple days later in a rental car, got, you know, dropped the rental car off, got my other car, you know, everything was settled. So it's been a lot more difficult this time. I mean, things, I don't know, maybe it's just this time. I don't know if it's just this time or just this time with COVID, how everything has changed and it's different, or just more difficult. Maybe the time is just more difficult. I don't know, but I know that it is more difficult. So I will, and I think I will come back later, hopefully, in another video and talk a little bit about how, you know, some of the obstacles, at least, that that will be faced, if you're out on the road and you get into a major car accident, because that's even, that's even worse than if your car breaks down, because at least if the car breaks down, you can always hopefully get an Uber, get a taxi to a motel, and then someone from the dealership will come and get you, and you settle it up, whatever. But so having an accident, especially one that totaled your vehicle, especially if you're traveling in your vehicle, living in your vehicle, traveling in your vehicle, whatever, it's gonna be harder. So I do want to come back and touch base on that. I got a lot to take care of, so I will be back later in another video. God bless.